What's up, YouTube? This is Politically Incorrect. So, at a recent press conference, President Joe Biden admitted, and I'm gonna be a little discreet in how I say this, right? He admitted that they're trying, the federal government, that is, they're trying to find a way to legally force Americans to take the jab. Okay? Um, Now, there are other ways that it can be forced upon us on a state and local level, schools, uh, community community sort of functions, organizing organizations, programs, um, jobs. I think is a very effective way that they're forcing it on us. Um, However, from a federal standpoint, it's trickier. Okay, and he was saying that, and also a subordinate of his, administration official, was also stating how they could use, the CDC and the FDA to try to coerce Americans into taking the jab. Now, look, I'm not telling anybody in my videos what they should or should not do. Okay, there are a lot of my biggest problem is there are a lot of questions. Okay, and I don't like the fact that we as we as Americans, and in particular anybody listening that's an African American, due to past history, we have a legitimate concern to be skeptical because of past mistruths and atrocities. So we have a reason to be skeptical, about taking this vaccine, but people don't want to hear it. People don't want to pay any attention to our point of view. It's always about other people's points of views, but not ours. Nobody listens to us. So I can't tell people not to take it. I've evolved on this because I've been affected by this. Initially, I would tell people don't take it. Okay. Now I'll just say, uh, do what's best for you. Okay. Um, there are some people that I've known that have taken it without any ill effect, but then there are some people that have taken it and they have had bad side effects. Even a couple that have passed away. Now, I will say the people that passed away had underlying health issues that were already going, terminal issues. So that possibly could have been what killed them. I'm just saying it is what it is. Look, on the one hand, this thing is real. Okay, I've seen it firsthand. This ain't no joke. It's not some conspiracy. You still have people out there that are trying to equate this thing with the common flu or the common cold, and that's a moronic and stupid take. I'm sorry. Um, at the same time, it should make anybody uncomfortable in the way that they are pushing it right now. You know, there's certain things that's going on in the world that if you pay attention, it makes it seem as though they're not doing it just for our personal benefit. You understand me? There are a lot of things that are going on that really make you uncomfortable as a person. For instance, you remember, uh, I'd say, you guys remember last January, right before the pandemic, you had all of these CEOs retiring, all of these heads of companies retiring. And you remember how it seemed like a lot of people just took their money out of Wall Street? It's like a lot of people, a lot of big wigs They just took a lot of their money and stock or whatever out of Wall Street. And it's almost like they knew something was going to happen. They knew something that was going to happen that was going to affect the economy. And then I find it interesting. I'm just going to say this. I find it very interesting that while the ordinary American has struggled since the pandemic commenced, right? People like Bill Gates, who is deep, I mean, is knee deep in this thing, always talking like he's a doctor on television, like he's an expert. I thought he was I thought that he was a technological guru. Since when did he get a medical degree? But anyway, Bill Gates is knee deep in this thing. Meanwhile, his net worth since the pandemic has started has increased from about 90 billion to last I checked 150 plus billion. His net worth has increased almost twice in the last year. Then you have all these other billionaires, all right? All these other billionaires who obviously have some type of stock in perhaps the pharmaceutical industry, maybe even some of these medications that are being pushed, maybe even the vaccine itself. I don't know. But all I know is all these billionaires have just had this explosion of net wealth. Jeff Bezos is now worth over $200 billion. Elon Musk is worth almost $200 billion. This was unheard of. Remember, just 2 years ago, there was nobody worth $100 billion. So why is it that these billionaires and these, almost billionaires, why are they thriving so much where everybody else is struggling? That seems to be another indication of how we are the prey, we are the sheep, and they are the herders. And in the house, they're the ones who run everything. The Bezos and the Gates, they're the ones that run this country, not the people that are elected. They represent the people who are elected represent the elite, and we're just the sheep that they rape and pillage. I'm just tired of this shit, man. So yes, we have a right to be very, very um, cynical and skeptical of this whole situation. But tell me what you guys think in the comments.